right, take me back a year. Do you remember what the feelings were last summer going into the fall, moving up a section? Remember what that chatter was all about? And big change, obviously.
Yeah, it was big hype. Everybody was anxious, yet a little nervous for the year, not knowing really what to expect. Just ready to move up with the big dogs.
And you did quite well, yes?
Yeah.
Was there any point last season where you surprised yourselves at all? Did you pinch yourself at all during the run last year?
I think it was probably after we got our third win. It started to be like, whoa, not expecting this.
Okay. But going 3-0 in non-league, going into week 1 league, undefeated, good feeling.
Yeah.
And then you're 9-0 and CV got you. That, now that you look back at that, was that sort of a wake-up call kind of game? Do you remember that week?
Yeah, I think it was actually good because it showed us that we were able to be beat and made us work even harder the next week for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Made us come in ready to go.
The guys that are coming back this summer, have you guys chatted about last year at all, or do you let it go? You know what you did, you know how far you got, and it was fun, and you won the section, but have you gotten past that now, and now you realize it's a new team, some new guys, and you got to move on?
Yeah, sometimes we still think back a little bit, but we're more focused on what's coming up instead of what's behind us.
Okay. You lose some good guys.
Yeah.
It's high school, though. That's what happens. People graduate. What will you remember about your seniors? And there were some awesome players in that group. What do you have to say about those guys?
They were great leaders. They loved to play the game. Gave everything they had out there on the field, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
You learned a lot from them. Did you pick their brains? I mean, Delro he went through everything. He played in the States.
Yeah.
Did you pick their brains a lot during the season, and what did you get out of that experience?
Well, any questions, I always had a senior I could ask, and they always gave me a good answer and always there to help. So they were great leaders, and I learned a lot from them.
Are you ready to be one of those guys now? Because you're going to have some pups looking up to you a little bit and picking your brain. You cool with that?
Yeah, ready. Been working up for it.
Okay. Last year at this time, like you said, nobody was sure what the expectations were. It was kind of a brave new world. Now you guys are section champs. You're going to be circled. You're going to have bullseyes. Are you cool? Are you cool with that? You're kids, but you're going to be circled. You're going to get everybody's A game, I would assume. How do you feel about that?
Well, we know it. We got to work for the best we can, shoot for the same goals, if not better than what we did last year. So.
Because you raised the bar.
Yeah.
Boy, when you go and win the section title in your first year up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Okay, talk about the group coming back. You got a ways to go. You got the whole summer, but you'll be getting together and doing your thing. But strengths, weaknesses, where will you be good right away, and where are some areas that you're going to have to work on pronto?
We lost a lot of linemen.
Okay.
But I think we have the depth to come back and be good there. Okay. And for the most part, our skilled positions are pretty much the same, except for a couple guys. Mm-hmm. So I think we're all right.
Got Nate back again.
Yep.
I don't think he's ever going to run out of eligibility.
Yeah.
He's just going to be at LS forever. Can you talk about his skills and what he brings to the quarterback position? Because he does a lot for you guys.
Well, every year he seems to get better, which is good. He's becoming an even better leader now, too. Mm-hmm. And all the guys look up to him. He gets the ball around. I think he's a great quarterback.
He's efficient. I use that word too much probably, but he doesn't throw picks. He just runs the show. He can run. He can take off and get yards. How much of a weapon is he, especially when plays break down and he's got to get something with his feet? How good is he at that?
Yeah, he's good at that. I think he knows the right times when to do that stuff, and it really helps us. If the play's breaking down, he seems to somehow figure out a way to get it back.
Mm-hmm. Beat Central twice last year. Still think about those games? Especially the district game. That had to be a cool feeling. The big rematch, and everybody had that one circled, and they wanted a piece of you and all that. What was that experience like, playing them twice and getting to beat them on your field and all that?
It's pretty awesome, but ready to get back at them.
Yeah, because it's like a rivalry now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to want a piece of you this year. You kind of took their title away. So, have you forgotten about the McDevitt game?
No. Not at all.
Is that one tough to shake a little because you guys were rolling, sailing into that game, and then boom?
Yeah, they were really good, but once again, it gives us something to shoot for. Maybe one day we can be that good too.
Okay. Tell me about your game. You're going to go both ways, I would assume.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you from linebacker. I'll get to that in a sec. But what will you do on offense?
Guard this year again.
Okay.
So.
Talk about blocking in a wing tee spread kind of package. What's that like?
It's fast, a lot of angles, a lot of pulling, just a lot of moving around pretty much.
So will you get a lot out of something like this? Seeing other linemen getting to do these competitions and drills and that kind of thing. Offensively speaking, you'll get a lot out of something like this?
Yeah, I think it helps, gives us a little view of everything else.
Because like you said, you do lose some linemen.
Yeah.
But you have some good skill kids back. Rolf's back. McCruden's back. Who else is back in the backfield?
Dan Neff.
Neff's back. Oh,
Mike
my.
McNellis.
And McNellis. So you have some kids that have been through that, and they've carried the ball in huge situations.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about linebacker. I think a lot of people know you from that. Anxious to make plays and be a leader again. You had a lot of tackles last year. Do you just get a kick out of playing defense? And tell me about your role.
Well, I love defense. I like hitting people. And I'm excited to get out there, especially for that. Hopefully we're just as good on defense this year, too.
Yeah, I thought your defense was kind of underrated last year. I mean, you were like second or third in the league. The league, you guys did some great things defensively. A lot of people knew Del Rowe as sort of the rah-rah guy and getting sacks and stuff, but he'll be gone. Will you be the rah-rah guy in the middle now on defense, or will you just kind of lead by example and play your game and make plays?
Yeah, I'm just going to play and see what happens. If somebody else comes out through, then it's whatever. As long as we're doing the right thing as a team, that's all I'm worried about.
You guys are very cognizant of that team camaraderie. How important is that to what you guys are doing over there? Because you're very together. Your unit is always having fun, and I thought that stood out with your team last year. How important is it that you get back to that quick and get that unit going again?
Well, there's always 11 guys on the field, so it's not about an individual, you know. We have to go out there playing like that as one unit. And, I mean, fun is why you play the game, really. I think a lot of people forget that, but we try to keep that in our heads.
Sorry about the wide range of questions here. You knew about the Central kids in the car crash. Your kids in their league in this county in Lancaster, I'm sure you knew those guys. You played against those guys. How did that affect you guys as teenagers and students to see, 4 kids in your community to go through something like that?
It was rough. I saw these guys like in the wrestling room and even on the football field.
Okay.
And it just kind of like opens your eyes and makes you think it can happen to anybody, and you just got to be more careful and think about things like that.
Okay, that was rough. I'm curious of how the rest of the county and the league kind of handled that. So you guys were aware of it, and are you a little more careful in what you do away from the field? You kind of did that open your eyes a bit to hey, do the right thing, kind of?
Yeah, for the most part.
Scary stuff.
Yep.
That's really scary stuff. Last one. Will you guys mind bullseyes this year? Because you know what you did last year, and I think a lot of people are going to have you circled. Will you mind that? Will you mind the little more pressure?
It is what it is, I guess. If it's there, it's there. Yeah. We just got to come out ready to go.
Try to defend and do your thing, and like you said, hope to get on that roll early again.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.